Okay, let's talk about this. Now, bumper is over there. Shackles, don't need those. Don't need those other pieces because I'm going to mount that. I'm going to mount this. This is your intercooler vent. I'm going to mount that a little differently, but in the same spot. Same concept, just kind of out of my way. I'm backing it up so I can make way for a winch because I looked on the internet and it says it can be done. So I'm going to do it. When you're taking the bumper off, make sure you remove, that's your lights if you have fog lights. And then over here you have a little plug. Right there is your heater block. That goes to your block heater. The little cord to it, you just put it to the side till you're done. You can remount it somewhere else. Yeah, you don't need those. That's all that holds that. That's made of plastic. That's completely unnecessary. That's a lot of extra garbage you don't need. Let's see. To get to these for removing the grill, all these little, this here, just, you got a bolt here. It's covered up by, and then you got to remove this too, this section here. And then over here you have to remove like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I did 4 tabs. And then these sort of slide out. Doom, doom, doom. It's a pain in the butt if you don't get these 2 screws. You got one here. It's like a little hex screw here and here on both sides. So that's what you have to do to each side. You don't have to take this whole fender flare off. All you gotta do is take the 1, 2, 3, 4 pop and use your popper tool. This guy here. Use one of those. Don't mess around with that. And don't force it. Just take your time. That's what I do. Take my time. So there's that. Now I'm going to show you something else. Yeah, there's the heater plug. You just take it out. Just kind of doing a recap here for all of you. Here's your side panels. These go around your headlights. You got a left and a right. But you got to remove those to get the grill out. You got to remove this to get to the grill. I know, right? And then what was the other thing? Oh yeah, and this is your hood latch. You got to take it off. Sorry folks. And the heater block thing, it has this little screw thing. Don't be scared of this. You just unscrew it. It just unscrews and it'll all come to pieces. Then you got to take the clips. You got to take the clips off to get it through the little hole. You just don't want to get, you could just chop and cut your way through this project, but you don't want to do that. You want to take it apart neatly. All right, now I have to reassemble the grill. Grill back in, bumper section set up. This is the intercooler vent reinstalled. It still opens and closes, but it's tucked in. I did away with this much space, that thing, and it's completely unnecessary. It's like inches of space that doesn't need to be there. Gone. Now, oh boy, and I need one of those country songs playing in the background while I'm looking at all this. Holy cow. Look at this. That's the rear. That's the get out of my way pipe. That's not exhaust pipe. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. That is heavy, thick steel.
That's something I can beat you with.
Oh, okay.
When you lip off.
Woman, I got enough problems to worry about. I don't need to be threatened. I don't want to be threatened. Look at that. Look at that belly. Woo! Look at that belly. That is. Hey, Faye. How you doing, Faye? Everyone say, hey, Faye. Faye. Kid number 4 coming. That's right.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to get started, hun. I'm going to start that piece there by the crowbar is one of these of the 4 that goes to this, and there's your filler plates. There's your side plates. I know it's gonna be fun. I have no idea where those plates right there go yet. We'll all find out though. Always on my own. These wonderful projects. So I went ahead and just tacked one side piece here because it doesn't give me any information as to how these pieces go, but I will figure it out. I'm looking at the blank offs here to see if I'm doing that right. I think that's wrong, but I gotta move that again. I haven't welded that yet. I haven't even tacked this down yet. I'm just kind of holding it here to figure out how far away I need to be, because that's not the proper location. This would be, it's gonna go up a little bit more. I just gotta move it around here in a minute. Found my center. This side is the center. That is the center. Just point, make a little arrow right there. The center of this is literally this little star. So I got that figured out. Look how thick this stuff is. Yep, that's no joke. Alright, I will tune in just a minute. Log. Alright, so hot weld. See them hot welds? Hot welds. That's what a hot weld looks like. Level, center, and to the point. Ready for the next phase. This is one of the things you're going to want to do before putting your edges together. You're going to want to see that nice edge there, that bevel. It's got a nice little dip. See, it starts off, it's just like flat like that. You want to put this nice little rounded off edge there. That helps you connect them together. Now these are your center pieces. I wanted to show this. A lot of folks will probably appreciate someone showing them. Now, I don't have a 2x4. I've got a 2x6, but it'll still do the trick. You've got a, now these are the ones that hold all your piping for your main grill. When you do the full grill, you've got to have these. And you want to separate, you separate these just kind of in the middle. Just grab yourself a place. But then, people do these in different ways. Like they make sure they just make sure they're connected in the same height. That's all it is. You just put this guy together and you just make sure they're the same height before you clamp them. And then when you get these nice and level all the way around, just get you some C-clamp. Get you a C-clamp and clamp it down real tight. That way when you set it up on your vehicle, you can weld these and they're the right spacing. Now the spacing is for, like when you get these started, the spacing is for this. And this is what you want. You want the spacing for this. It feels like it should be a little bit wider than that amount, but that's what they recommend, so that's what I'm going to go with. And but you could probably go a little bit wider if you wanted to, you know, because it's got a little bit of a lip here. Not much, but that's good for welding. I mean, you just bring it together like that. Yeah, you know what I mean. And it's pretty cool. I mean, you just bend these over the top and bend them on over to the other side. It's crazy, isn't it? This is a fun project. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I'd recommend this for anybody, especially vets out there that just want something to do that, you know, their mind's wandering or whatever. Yeah. All right. Back to it. I have to show you my progress. That's the front bumper. That's all that's left. Little brackets and stuff. Yeah, that too. I gotta figure out if I'm going to be using that or not. Rear bumper sitting over there. I am all loaded up over here in my little wagon of parts. I got my radio so I can listen to some music while I'm out there welding away. So much fun. that's where I'm at. The pipes are really fun to play with, let me tell you. That was an experience. Now I just have to take this crazy thing down and do finishing welding. I have to finish weld all this. I got some of it, not all of it, and then I have to grind it. Oh boy. Yep. Next step. Caring is caring. This is some tough stuff. I had to use that super lube for my bits to be able to drill through that. But I made a light brackets. These are just some light steel. I'm gonna add these in there, and my light will go right there, and it'll shine. That's factory light. I didn't want to buy any. And it'll shine the factory light at the license plate like it should. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll work. Cool. Alright, that's where we're at. Check that out. Got the big shackles. I went ahead and put the other ones on there, just in case you got your step. There's your little step hole right there. I went ahead and plasma cut those two openings so that you can put your, so you can let the spare tire down until I figure out what I want to do with the spare tire. Adjustments are always a thing when you're adjusting one of these things.
I have a lot of metal shavings.
You got metal shavings on you?
Oh, yeah.
That's what happens when you work with your dad.